Good morning. Alexa, turn on desk lamp. No, that probably didn't help much. So I've been using ClickUp now for about 2 weeks. And what can I say about ClickUp? Um, Buggy? That's what I could say. And a little awkward. Um, okay, so I'm going to show you what I've currently got. Now, I'm look, this is just me trying to get my life organized. Okay, so I don't have a lot of stuff in here, but I'm slowly throwing in things. I've been using it daily, pretty much consistently for the last, which is fairly consistently for the last couple of weeks. Um, and this is what I got so far. It's not much. I got my morning routine and things I try to do every day, which is, my workout, my programming, which by the way, I've got this completed. I was kind of working on, I'm still kind of doing my planning, but when I hit this, I'm like, there's weirdnesses that are kind of really getting on my nerves when it comes to um, ClickUp. Okay, so I put some things in my general tasks. These are things that are not standard day-to-day items. I don't have them every day, but I do need to have them in there. Now, I wanted to try Motion. Motion does not have a free plan. And being unemployed, well, I need a free plan. So I also looked at Monday. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't know. I looked at some reviews. Six of one, half dozen of the other is what it sounds like when it comes to ClickUp versus um, Monday. And yeah, there were things about one, yeah, it might be good. Okay, so what I found so far with ClickUp, it's buggy. Things don't always show up. Some things disappear, some things reappear. Sometimes you go on here and they show up on the subtask, but you can't see them anywhere. You're wondering what the heck happened to them. They've got weird task setups. Like if I was to go to my, like say I was kind of doing this one earlier. If I click on my task here and then I go, okay, so I go to dates, I guess. Dates? Is that the one? Okay, so all right, so what can I, now what, I can't edit it. And then they have this weird nested thing, which I think is potentially good-ish. But at the same time, it's like, do I really want tasks under my tasks under my tasks? I mean, I guess I can kind of see the occasional benefit in it, but so I don't know. This was supposed to be, now I'm not off of ClickUp yet. I'm just at the moment I'm going to try a different tool just because I want to see fine, let's do that. Now say I have this weird combination, create new task and recur forever. So when it's complete, create a new task or just keep recurring, which basically just means it takes the task and puts a new date on it when you've completed it. And the other one is create a new task, which what happens when you click them both? I mean, you can do both, right? Create new task. What does that mean? Create new task and recur forever? How does that work? So create new task is just, it deletes one task and creates a new task with the new dates. And this one, recur forever, no, creates a new task, saves the old task as completed. So you'll never see history. So if you use recur forever and don't use create new task, you won't see history. So you complete it, it just becomes the new task. You complete it, it becomes the new task. It doesn't ever say, hey, you completed this one on Tuesday, you completed this one on Wednesday, you completed this, even though it just keeps recurring itself. So, and then if you have other things assigned to it, what does the new list have? This is pretty much, you can, do you want it to have all the same stuff the other one did? This is your change, is it? So it's kind of like you got to decide, do I want this to have history? Do I not? It's basically what you're saying. Create a new task says, give me history of my tasks completed. Did I do this one? Did I ever get around to it? Um, and I don't know, does create new task or even recur forever? You click it, does, and you're say you're late. Say you don't do the Monday one, and then it's Friday. When you update it, does it give you the for Thursday one, or does it give you the next Monday one? I don't know. I haven't played with that enough. I haven't had one that's I'm 3 days late, but it just seems kind of weird. So if you want history, use create new task. I think essentially is what it comes down to. Now, priority, all these have um, priority and such, but it's like it's for you to decide, right? There's no logic, nothing built into those priorities other than maybe you can sort them. I do like that you can do sprints if you're doing agile in this, but ultimately I wanted something I can plan everything in my day, right? And I just feel like the subtasking, which is weird, by the way, you can't have subtasks of subtasks, but you can have subtasks with tasks that are. It's weird. Like I can't add a subtask to these, but I can add other items. And I don't know if that's because I'm using the free version. Maybe you can have deeper levels um, at other uh, of higher versions of the application, like if you upgrade the app. I don't know. But needless to say, I'm a little about ClickUp. That said, I thought, well, shoot, what else is out there? I wanted to try Motion. I like the idea of putting in a bunch of tasks, putting in some items I want to get done, but at the same time having adding priorities, creating meetings for how long certain things are going to take, and then if something comes up, any little task that I need to do, I could just add it and say this needs to get done today, and it rearranges. So I thought Motion would be cool, where it would adjust your calendar. Now, as you can see, I don't even know. Do you have a calendar? Is there a calendar view at all in this? I don't see one. I mean, I'd imagine there's one somewhere. I mean, you got agenda. Uh, Recents, my work. I mean, you would think there's a calendar in here somewhere, right? uh, Everything. Oh, there's calendar right there. What's that do? So apparently I don't have anything on my calendar, even though I did put some tasks in that are all due today. So where are the tasks that are due today? Yeah, I don't know. It does have this task in that I have in there for what I do on Tuesdays, but I would have thought uh, see, I do have two day tasks, but they're not on my calendar. How does that happen? How do you not? How do you have things on your today, but they don't show up on the calendar? Because I don't have a time. I don't know. I mean, see, this is what I'm talking about. The functionality of ClickUp is a little just weird, not comfortable, kind of awkward. And I haven't even played with a lot of this stuff. I mean, I don't know anything about the clips and the dashboards. I mean, I've looked at them, but I don't know. I don't even have a dashboard here. How about a simple dashboard? Create dashboard. Wait, do I have a dashboard? Maybe I do have one. I don't know. Sure, let's just use that one. I actually created another piece for the coding stuff I needed to do, and I was going to use it, but then I decided to use Azure for a lot of my individual items. So here we go. Assign tasks, 2 tasks, 1 tasks. And I haven't really been spending much time using this because I've been using other tools. Is it the best thing? I don't know. See, I've completed this course. Did I not do that? That's done. That's done. So obviously it was. Are you sure about this? Yeah. Yeah. I did that. This task has 5 unresolved items. Resolve all items. I don't know, because I completed it. What do I say? It's like if everything's on there, it's done. Okay, so and then of course it's trying to advertise you. But yeah, I could see maybe, but I'm kind of torn on this. My individual project things I'm using Azure for. Now, is that good? I do like everything in one place, which is what ClickUp's supposed to be, but I don't know. I don't know. Not seeing it, man. Okay, so I'm using a free version of DevOps, and the reason I use Azure DevOps for that is because a lot of companies use it, and I used it before, so I'm familiar with it, and I know how it works for projects, for tasks, for like my website. I'm trying to do a bunch of different things, and I think it's perfect for the individual things I need to do for that. What I would do is say work on project for an hour, and that would be under my planning, my project tasks things. Work on it for 3 hours, whatever. Work at it during these time frames. Either way, putting my schedule to say do this, do this, do this. But I wouldn't do the individual tasks. I would go work on it for X amount of time, and then if I finish tasks, I'd go to Azure DevOps, close those tasks. But that could take me days. It could take me an hour. It could take me 5 minutes. I don't know. But that's not the task. The task is continue to work. Maybe I go start working on another task if I finish it, but I still have a 3-hour window to work on stuff. So I'm going to try this. Okay, so Wrike is just something I found. I didn't find any reviews of Wrike. I found a couple of people talking about, in fact, like this girl, she went over like Motion, Asana, ClickUp, Monday, Notion. Hated Notion. Thought ClickUp and Monday were a little awkward, I guess. She liked Asana and she likes Motion. Hey, Fembo, how you doing? Question. Yes, I have an answer. Well, maybe I have an answer. What's up, man? What is your day like? Horror games. I don't know. Do I even have a horror game? That'd be kind of cool. Do I have one? Let's see what my Steam. I think I might have some games that kind of, sort of are horror-ish. And there's some that feel like horror. Some of them are just horrible. Horrible. Let's see, what do I have? Let's see what I have that some have horror-like names. Let's see. Witcher's enemy. I probably should play some more of these games every now and then. I do like some of these. I want to play them more. Let's see. Renaissance, Grim Dawn, Final Fantasy, Hades. That's kind of horror, but it's not horror. I mean, it's hell, right? That's horror, but the game is not horror. No. Dungeon of the Endless. No, is that the one I'm thinking of? No. Maybe it's Darkest Dungeon. That game is kind of horror-ish, but it's terrible. I don't like it. Some people like it. Is that the one? Oh, no, that's not the one. Which is the one where I'm like going through it? Basically, maybe it's this one. I don't know. I guess I don't really have a horror game. Nothing that's like really horror-like. I mean, I know there's a few zombie games out there that are considered horror. I don't play first-person shooters much, which are actually first-person / third-person games that you're going through. I mean, I could play Diablo when you're going through those dungeons. I mean, you're fighting monsters all the time. It's definitely horror-ish. But as far as games that are supposed to be scary, I don't really have any games that do that. And like I said, I'm not a huge first-person game fan. I don't know. I guess I don't like the aesthetics of first-person. I don't know. My hands sticking out like this, and this is what you see when you're walking around. You're carrying a torch or you're carrying a knife, and it just looks weird. It just looks funky. So I think those games have their. I would love to play a game that somebody actually said was scary because I have a hard time being scared by anything, movies, games, people. I just don't. I'm just not jumpy. I'm typically fairly aware of my surroundings. My brain has a tendency to just, you know the facts, just the facts, ma'am. And I don't get scared by stuff that often. It's pretty hard. I mean, I really have to be caught up in what I'm doing to be scared. I mean, that's even like snuck up on. That's jump scares from horror movies. I just know when they're coming or I know what to expect, and it just rarely catches me. Every now and then I might twitch, but it's not like, it's not like I really got scared. In fact, most people wouldn't even notice I did it unless I told them. Um, so anyway, yeah. I'm gonna check here quick. Let's see if anybody else has reviewed Wrike. Review Wrike. Look, nobody's reviewed it. Now, this is only the first version I'm aware of, so it's not like the second or the third Wrike. it's just Wrike. This one doesn't even review it. Top 10 project. Our choice for 2024. They like Wrike. These guys like it. Wrike. Project management, full review. So there are other people doing a review. But let's say those people are expert reviews. I am a nobody review. In other words, I'm the guy who just wants to have a tool that does the job and doesn't make you feel crappy doing it. So let's get started. And right now, okay. Let's put my company name in, right? Sure, why not? Why do they need this? Let's read it. Let's read why they want my phone number. Look at that. The Y button. Wait. Your phone number lets us get in touch with you quicker if you ever need help. Or to sell you stuff. But apparently I don't have a choice, so I'm gonna have to do that. Let's see here. You know what? Let's just do this one. Sheesh. How many people work at your company? It's just me. Oh, there it is. Okay. What's your team? What's your team or department? What's your job role? I don't know. Developer? Sure, I'm developer. How about lead developer? Sure. What's your... Oops, let's bring this back over here so we can show what kind of questions they're asking you. What's your team? A team? My team is project management. That's all we do. Let's just say personal use, because that's kind of really what it's for me. Yes, I'm doing some businessy stuff with it, but how experienced are you with project management tools? I rely on pen and paper, spreadsheets, or messaging apps, or use a tool occasionally. I have a grasp on the core features, but advanced features can't. Yeah, let's do that. I have an idea. Start building. I don't have a team, man. I gave you everybody you got, man. I'm just me. I ain't nobody. Who are those other people? Ashley, James. Sure, just put those people on my team. We'll look more important. Even though I don't know who they are and I'll never ever speak with them since they don't exist. But in my mind. Let's see. All right, well, this is ripe. This is Wrike. I guess we're set up. So now what? Let's see. My space, my personal space. Let's see here. Now this is me trying to figure out this thing, having no idea how this thing works. So again, how good is Wrike for the average go? Now I got going pretty fast with ClickUp. Task, add task. Off and running I was. Projects and folders. I don't know if I want to create a project just yet. I'm not really doing a project. Shared with me. Browse other spaces. Browse other spaces? Archived. Nope. How about create space? Oh. Wait. Maybe I don't want to do it. Process manager. Simple, agile. Marketing. Software. Client. Creative. Startup team. Structured projects. Easy OKRs. Knowledge base. Here we go. See, this is like, this is like for a project. I mean, I just need something to help me organize my day. Not just organize my work, but like, track everything I'm doing today. See, look, I have to go do my breakfast break according to ClickUp. I try to do it by 9:45 just because if I do it too late, I don't eat in the morning. I went and ran 6-something miles and I drank my protein drink, but that's about all I've done today. So, I did some of my planning in ClickUp. Okay, organize your work. I don't know. I don't know. I want this. Easy. What is an OKR? Software development, marketing and operations, project manager. All right, what if I just do this thing? Wrike, how to use Wrike, how work is initiated, task creation and management. Do I have to go through their how-tos? Tasks. So there are stuff in here. Where work is done. When and how? Okay, let's go here. What is this? Let's just select this. So this is a workspace of how to learn how to use Wrike. That's what this is. The what am I doing? What am I doing workspace. Must read how-to guide on using knowledge base. All right, benefits. Playbook contains many guidelines for how managing each task contains a sample text with options you need to answer in examples. Replace all the text in the description area. Add more tasks. There are sample blah, 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 blah. Make it easy to access. Place your knowledge base folder in your company space or team space so everyone can quickly refer to it. Highlight champions. Clarity. One idea, one task. Each piece of knowledge. Backlog it. Communicate updates. I don't know. They don't really help me. All right, why Wrike? Why Wrike? The thing is, I know very little about Wrike. I just knew it was an AI one, and I thought, well, maybe it'll be like Motion. And I thought, well, Motion isn't free, so I'm going to try Wrike because it's free. So maybe it'll do what Motion does, sort of, kind of, in a way. What is Wrike? What are benefits of using Wrike? What challenges does Wrike help to solve? How? So these don't answer the questions, though. All of our work will be centralized Wrike. Please replace all the tests with the answer to the question will be the playbook entry. So what am I? This isn't like giving me any info. Huh. You know what? I think I'm going to have to suck it up and go see what these guys say about Wrike. Let's see what this guy says about Wrike.
So I literally just deleted my calendars, tasks, and reminders app. I'm done.
So today we're taking a look at project management software, which is called Wrike, and it is really popular with marketing teams and sales teams for managing all of the projects. But it not only lives as a good one for that, it is a good all-round project management software. We're going to take a look at it today and give you a better idea of whether it's right for you and your team, and give you insight into whether it is got the features and details that all of your team need and value. So welcome, my name is Francesco.
So my team is one person, so we'll see.
You can subscribe, but you can also jump over to Tool Finder now to find any productivity tools. So if you're not just a little bonus, I've done a full deep dive into Wrike, which you can find over in the link in the description.
So
Wrike is a really interesting one. It's a good all-rounder because it has a combination of integrations, automations, and also the ability to set up forms and project management. And as a whole, there are sort of three core pricing plans. There's free, there's premium, which is almost like
Pinnacle. There's enterprise and pinnacle.
And to be honest, without talking too much about pricing, they have pretty much a similar structure to what you'd expect with a project management software.
Usually most things just have enterprises like the pinnacle, but apparently they have
Now,
ultra
as a whole,
enterprise.
We were using the business plan pricing, which gave us access to the dashboards, widgets, AI, and also some of the resource management software. So I'm taking you through it from this perspective, but some of those features are limited in the team plan, which you might decide to go with. So views and tables are one of the core parts of a lot of project management software, and so many of them do them much better these days. And it doesn't go without saying that Wrike does this too. It actually has a range of different views, including table, Gantt, calendar, and resource management, as well as boards and other such classic layouts. And in particular, their Gantt view looks really detailed and much more classic in terms of comparing it to other applications that specialize in Gantt chart management. This is actually almost on par, if not very close to what they have.
I've never been a Gantt chart fan. I don't know. Gantt charts are just kind of weird, and they're always cumbersome. It's just a pain to keep them maintained. And then you can't really. They're good for estimating, but beyond that, keeping track with Gantt is terrible.
Some of the notes, so you and your team can collaborate on files, comments, and much more. Inside of the table and, well, all of the views, you can actually add custom fields which allow you to see more detail, and you can move them about to your liking. This is similar to what we get in databases in Notion and other such applications, and a great way to customize and change the look of how you and your team set up tables and views. Now everything's organized in spaces, which means you get a personal space, and you can create a space per department as well, and invite people to those spaces.
What would be a good way to do this thing here?
And to be honest,
Theater mode?
there's not as much education around getting started in terms of not necessarily the video guides, but if you were to select like a template, there's not many of those that I found when I was setting up a Wrike account. However, it doesn't take too much time to get to grips with most of the features, and there are a lot of features in terms of filtering, sorting, and advanced setup for some of your views and grouping, which make your views look much denser. Now, if you're looking to save a little bit of time, and on the talk of templates, they have a feature called Blueprints, which is part of the business plan. And essentially, if you've got a project, a task, or a folder, you can create something that can get routinely created in an area that you want it to. This also links in with the likes of automations, in case you wanted something to automatically populate once something has been
Wrike for
workflow, which is really interesting setup that they have.
Individuals.
One of the features I was able to test out as well was the forms for internal and external use.
The reason I mean, it's like they don't do me any good if they're looking at the advanced or, because it's like, what am I gonna do with that? I can't use half the stuff you're talking about. How to use Wrike. That's what I need, right? I just need a simple, how the heck does one use this tool? Actually, you know what? I want to see, how does Wrike compare to Motion? Wrike versus Motion. Motion? There is a Motion. Okay. Not Notion, Motion. Did I say that? Or did it just Motion? Does anybody actually compare? See, she only talks about Motion. She don't even mention Wrike. But how long ago was that? That was a year ago. I have a feeling Wrike is new. I have a feeling Wrike hasn't been around very long. Because why wouldn't it be included if project tools review? The winner is this one. Does this even mention Wrike? I don't even think Wrike is on that list either. I don't know what the symbol is for Wrike. It's a check mark. Oh, maybe it is. Best 5 project management tools. 1 year ago. This one doesn't mention. Nope, they don't mention Smartsheet, so it's on there. Why Wrike is better than other apps? Wow, okay. Wrike versus ClickUp. Oh, here we go. All right, that's what I was using, right? Wrike versus Monday. They got a lot of individual. There you go. Oh, that one doesn't say Motion. Motion versus Todoist. So there are so many. All right, let's try this one. Oh,
User adoption, so smooth.
Alan Wake. I've never heard of Alan Wake.
Should be telling my reasons.
Hi, my name's Dimitri, and I review productivity.
Demetrius.
I'm gonna do an intro this time. So
Oh, Dimitri.
Wrike.com, which is a project management application.
All right,
that
let's
can
go.
be used for
Let's let
teams.
you distract me.
For personal use, I wouldn't really recommend it for eight.
Alan Wake.
You get free for up to 5 people, I believe, and it's pretty much task management. Then professional, you get project planning and team collaboration. Business, which is
So there is a.
popular.
Well, we already knew
You
there's a free
get
version.
a customized platform for any team or use case. And the pricing on this guy is $25 a month, but it's really advanced. So $9 a month looks good, but when you compare the two of these, you get custom workflows, project blueprints, a whole branded workspace, automation engines. So it can be more than one solution in the sense that it can get rid of other timesheet applications or time tracking application prices that you may want to factor in there. And it even has a Salesforce integration, which is always nice. The free version has web, desktop, and mobile apps, personalized app experience, task and subtask management, external and internal.
Oh, I didn't know they had a desktop
There's
app.
an interactive board and spreadsheet views. Getting into just the basics of this, you'll see that there's a bunch of different options for different views, similar to that of things like Notion and whatnot. You have a list view.
All right, let's see what this is. Alan Wake. It's $15. I guess it's not terrible. I mean, like I said, being unemployed, any dollars is a lot of dollars. But let's see what they say about this thing. Okay. A survival horror game developed by the Finnish engineer. It's a unique blend of mystical action film, psychological adventure game. Plot. The main character of the game is a writer who, along with his wife Alice, comes to a small town. However, shortly after arriving, they encounter unexplained phenomena. Dark forces begin to pursue them, and Alan himself loses consciousness and wakes up in the forest. Oh, goody. Creepy atmosphere is fun and constantly makes you question who you can trust, as well as even whether you can trust the objects around you or the ground under your feet. I thought that was cool. I think using light as a weapon is super creative and is used to great effect in the game. Flashlights are just about as potent as your gun, and later adding flares, flashbangs, and searchlights make for more exciting moments. Huh. It'll replace your life. Gameplay good. The vibes of the small Pacific Northwest town are so on point. Pacific Northwest. Huh. Hey, that's me. I feel like this game was supposed to be an open world game at one point. Since I played Max Payne, I had admired Remedy skills at detailing a world through multimedia, and they've done it again. Sometimes it's 2010, sometimes it's live action, sometimes it's a novel. It's a Peem? I think, is that supposed to be poem? I don't know what peem is. So people seem to like it. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Now, the question is, again, I'm not big on first person, and there's a reason for that. I'm not good at first person. I'm like, there's no like videos, playthrough videos? Huh. Or even just like little sample videos, what it looks like? Now you said there's an Alan GOG? Oh, is that monthly now this is Alan Wake 1, I guess. Is there an Alan Wake 2? Wait. Oh. All right, let's go back to my thing here. Hold on. I got to stay on task a little bit.
A board view, table, Gantt, and then if we press the plus sign here, you can see there is actually resources, stream, time log, and analytic. So a Gantt chart is obviously something that works really well for time management, for project management for companies, and it's not something I use often, but some nice things you can do in here is you can highlight overdue tasks. So for example, say we move this here, highlight overdue tasks, so it'll change that to red. Highlight critical path as well, and you have the option to hide empty folders. So these guys are empty, so it would hide those. You have the option to collapse all, expand all, and this is essentially different folders that contain the different project stuff here. So as you can see right here, you can toggle these open and on as well. And then from the table perspective, very similar how there's a bunch of different sub projects within them. So if I add a new item, this is an example task, and then under it, can make this a subtask by moving it in and hiding it by moving it onto that, and then it'll make it the subtask. So if we click on this, it'll show up all of the different things here. You can add dependencies, have approval, so set new approval, so you need somebody to approve of said thing before you move forward with it. Add an assignee, add dependencies, which I think are really great, things that you need to do before and after tasks in order for them to get done. You can share it with others, and then you can change the status here from new or in progress, completed, on hold, canceled. And then just like that in the list view, you're also able to go in and see what different tasks there are per person, and then the different folders within this view like that. And then from a board perspective, it'll change it based off of the progress or the default workflow sort of status over there. And you can easily move things between that. And then as you can see, clear filters to see it. So what just happened is that this is filtered to where it's only new or in progress. So you can change all that so you can see more by doing that. You can also add different filters, like have it so that there's some parts of the approvals or certain assignees, different levels of importance, completed date, or you can even add a custom field here as well. And as you can see here, you can even add a custom field to the right here, something like created date, author of the task, ID of the task, completed date, importance. There's effort here, as you can see, you can change that. Time spent, this is the duration, which would be the time spent. And you can sort things in here just as well by due date, status, importance, title. And then from a tools perspective, after we went through the projects and folders, we can add dashboards, calendars, reports, and workload charts.
So it's very similar. So maybe I do need to see how this differs from ClickUp, because
In one corner we have Wrike, and in the other we have ClickUp. They're a common matchup in the project management world because they both help streamline processes, improve efficiency, and maximize productivity. The best way to determine a winner is by comparing their project management features, ease of use, integrations, dashboards, and pricing.
I like their little boxing setup there.
My friends over at project-management.com did to help you figure out which software is the best for you and your team. Let's start at the top by comparing their project management tools. Both platforms offer robust task management features, allowing you and your team to
See, like I said, when I started this video, I talked about ClickUp, and I said
subtask and identify
it's buggy. That's my problem. I don't like the bugginess of it. And it displays things weird. It doesn't always show what you're expecting to see. It doesn't respond fast to certain actions. I don't know.
with its Excel-like interface. However, each offers customizable fields, tags, and filters to keep your projects organized and on track. Plus, they both have time tracking, which is always essential. You can easily monitor your team's time on tasks and track work.
Now I do like that ClickUp can use what is my, I have a timer tool.
Next, we'll examine ease of use. This is crucial when it comes to project management tools. While ClickUp and Wrike offer powerful features, they both come with a learning curve. More so for ClickUp than Wrike, in my opinion. If you're familiar with typical spreadsheet layouts and project management view types, then Wrike might be a better fit for beginners. As for ClickUp, it has a plethora of features, which can be a bit overwhelming at first. It's also worth noting that ClickUp's mobile app has been criticized for its unintuitive interface, making it a bit challenging to use on the go. So for ease of use, I'm gonna say Wrike takes the win here. ClickUp and Wrike integrate with many apps most often used by project managers. A few examples are Slack, Google Drive, Outlook, Microsoft Teams, and Zoom. Not to mention, the available app categories include customer relationship management, IT, business intelligence, chat and messaging, and more. However, Wrike does not have time tracking and payroll integrations. The expectation is that you'll use their in-house features instead. ClickUp, on the other hand, can integrate with tools like Toggle Track.
See, I use Toggle Track. That's the one I used.
Are also not available on Wrike. Instead, they have an add-on feature called Wrike Integrate, where you can set up workflows across your apps. So unless you're really dedicated to the in-house features Wrike offers, ClickUp is the obvious choice for integration variety. Time to chat about dashboards. They're like the command center for project managers, providing a visual overview of project progress. Both ClickUp and Wrike allow you to create customized dashboards tailored to your team's needs. ClickUp even offers templates for reporting and time tracking, giving you a head start in monitoring your projects. That export ability alone makes Wrike the runner-up in this one. Finally, let's talk about price. This is probably what will make or break your decision between these two platforms. I'll start with the good news. Both ClickUp and Wrike provide free forever plans, making them accessible for individual users or small teams. However, when it comes to paid plans, ClickUp offers more bang for your buck with its affordable options and flexible billing.
See, Wrike is losing. I'm not even going to be able to start Wrike because it's already missing out on a lot of things I want. The only other option is for me to try something like Monday. So, will a new guy like myself want to spend time getting Wrike up and running? Sounds like no. I use Toggle. I like time tracking. I don't always use it, but I like it as an option. Toggle's great because it's kind of that Pomodoro effect. You can get in there and have it set, time frames that you're going to work with. Now, it's not the best integration. So, but it's better than zero.
Or if you want to explore other project management software, then click this link here to check out our list of the best project management software available. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe
I am curious.
while you're here. Good luck and happy project managing.
There's, I have heard of Todoist also. I don't know. Best project managers. I don't know, man. There's too many. It's just like they all have something, right? And
finally decided to switch to a project management software for premium customers. The free version is still great for small businesses and Spotify use. So basically, Jira is made specifically for software development teams, and that's why it is a popular choice among developers, QA engineers, and DevOps teams. In Jira, tasks are called issues. They can be things like fixing bugs.
now I used Jira. That was what I used before ClickUp. I've tried it. But then I went a year without using it, forgot what it was, found ClickUp.
Literally no limit on that. You also get access to 5 different views, which include summary, board, list, calendar, and timeline, which are simply different ways to look at your tasks. And the best part, you also get workflow automation that can do your repetitive tasks automatically. Just you have to set rules, like if A thing happens, then let the B thing happen automatically. No need to do it manually. Then 2 GB storage is also very generous, plus the user limit is up to 10. In my view, both numbers are satisfying considering it's a free package. All in all, Jira has a lot to offer for free. However, I have to say that the software can be a bit tricky to learn at first. But if you manage a coding team, then honestly you won't find any better option for free, as most of its features are inclined toward tech guys. Alright, at number 4 we have Asana, the project management software that big names like Spotify, NASA, and even Google uses. So that's 10 out of 10 for popularity, right? Asana can be used to manage a wide range of projects, from simple to complex. Like it can be used to manage marketing campaigns, product launches, software development, and even event planning. Talking about the functionality available, you'll get unlimited projects, tasks, and storage, which is good, but in free plan, you can't upload a file that's bigger than 10 megabytes. Beside that, there are 3 views to visualize your workflow. That includes list view, Kanban board, and calendar. And it's quite easy to shift from one board to another. Now, Asana is not the most visually appealing software, and not really that old school. It has a decent modern vibe, and it's relatively easy to set up the software. Another thing I personally adore is that you can set up recurring tasks, which are set to repeat on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. I mean, this is helpful for things like scheduled meetings or deadlines that occur regularly. On top of that, there are about 100 plus free integrations, including Microsoft 365.
I didn't know Asana had free. Somebody else was saying Asana was really good.
Now the limitation is firstly the 10 user limit, but you can add unlimited number of assignees, which means that tasks within the project or workspace can be assigned to any number of users, even beyond the 10 user limit. All in all, Asana is a good option if you have more people on project basis, and not really need to add them as permanent members. Also, if you consider the paid plans, then Asana is a very powerful software. But for this video of free project managers, I only recommend it for basic project management, as you will find most of its advanced features locked in premium plans. Now sliding into 3rd place, we have Trello. So Trello is one of the most intuitive software on my list. And the reason why I say this is because I believe this software is the most beginner-friendly tool out there. The uniqueness lies
Never
in its
heard of
Kanban
Trello.
board. It's a system of lists and cards allowing you to organize your projects visually and provide a clear overview of each task status. And the drag and drop function is my favorite. Drag the card, move it on the board, and even drop it on any of the other boards you want. I love doing this. For free, you'll get unlimited.
I like the
boards, and
Kanban
up to
board.
10 boards per workspace. Plus, there is a fair limit of customization that you can do in it, like you can add checklists, due dates, attachments, and labels. And even though Trello is pretty much on the basic side, its free version still offers the workflow automation feature. This means you don't have to manually move tasks through stages or send reminders. Trello can handle it automatically for you. For example, you can set up rules like, if I add any card to any board, move it to the top. That would be really helpful to see the latest card easily. Now, Trello also has some downsides. For example, you don't get a proper reporting dashboard, and you're limited to only 10 users, which can be a pain for teams. But that's what Trello is all about. They keep it simple and don't overwhelm you with too many features. Alright, next up, here ranking on number 2 is Monday.com. So Monday.com is trusted by big names like Canva, Coca-Cola.
See, he's calling out a lot of the what makes an app good for groups, right? I mean, or, oh, look, you only can do this for 10, or you can only do this for, 8, or you only can do 5, or whatever the user limit is. But ultimately, for me, it's, if you're just one dude, possibly someday with everything going well and the world is a better place for that dude, for you, and you're hiring people, and you might get up to 2 or 3 people. And all of these can do more than 10 people if you pay for it. So if you've got 10 people, you probably can, if you're employing 10 people, you can probably afford to go up to the next level and update to that 100 people or whatever they're doing. So, yeah, I mean, if you're doing less than 10 people, if you're doing more than 10 people, you can probably afford the not free version, or at least the basic version. So I don't think to me, that's not a stopper. For me, it's like, what does this do for me as a guy who doesn't have, who's just trying to organize his day, might have some projects to work on, but wants to get organized. So what does the tool do for you? Simplicity is good, but at the same time, I'm a tech guy, right? So they, Jira, they go, oh, good for tech guys. So I'm like, ooh. But I have the capacity to deal with, slightly advanced functions. I like to get into the weeds a little bit. I like it to have certain functionalities, and I don't want to go, oh, it can't do that, and then go, not going to work for me. So Wrike kind of fell off before I even got started. So I know I said I was going to do a review Wrike. I'm not reviewing Wrike. I put review as there, but I reviewed it for use as an individual, and it just fell off because it didn't have the features I wanted. And that's a lot looking through, watching the YouTube videos of other people. So, hey, you can find everything I've seen. You can watch the ones I've seen and make your own decisions. I use Toggle. I like time tracking. Wrike does not have time tracking. So that kind of went out the window. Now, they have some in-house things, apparently. I don't know what they do, and I don't want to buy anything right now. So I like the third-party objects. I don't know if Trello works with that. I'm tempted to try something else, though. Like I said, I'm struggling with ClickUp as a tool because it's got issues I haven't been able to reconcile myself with willing to continue on. For now, I'm using it until I find a replacement. There you go. There's my feeling of Wrike. And I'm looking at other options. Maybe Trello. Or maybe I go back to Jira. I don't know. Jira worked for me for a little while. In fact, I don't even know. Do I have Jira? I may even have an account on Jira. Let's go look at Jira. Yeah, I don't have it as a desktop app, but I don't even know if it has one. Let's go to Jira login. I may have a Jira account. They have a free version too, I think. Oh, that's Atlassian. Got it. You know, I think my last company used Atlassian for a little while. Now, I generally log in with Google, just because that's my go-to login. It's my login account for things. I don't care. I'm on the tail end of a cold, but still clogging up my sinuses every now and then. So, let's see. Goals help teams track their objectives, keeping. Sure. Give me goals. I like goals. I thought this would be the one I was logged in under, but oh yeah, there's Active Minds Games. It does have. Oh no, that's the name of my. I'm pretty sure I had an account, but have I not put anything in here? Open Jira. Jira has been, your Jira cloud subscription has been deactivated due to inactivity, and the data will be permanently deleted soon. Please contact us immediately. So I did have an account, but like I said, it's been a while. So I don't know. So what does that mean? Does that mean I can't do anything with it now? How do I... Projects. Keep your work and status updates perfectly in sync. Projects lets you keep... you currently have a preview of projects, okay? What is this? Okay, Atlassian uses cookies. All right, well, that's fine. Only necessary cookies. That's all I think any other bonus cookies I'm not a fan of. So this is Jira. You know, so many project things out there. Emails, contacts, compliance. Data. Thing is, I use Azure for my projects, for my actual getting tasks done. So I don't know. I really wanted to try Motion. I like the idea of the AI stuff, but they don't have a free version. So, okay, well, there you go, man. I did have a Jira account. I mean, I guess I still have one, but I have one now, but it's, I can't use Wrike. Gotta let it go, man. So I got to finish my daily startup here, and then I'm going to switch over and start doing some programming. Till then, hey, Femboy, thanks for stopping by. As far as that game goes, I don't know. It's $5 that I probably shouldn't spend. My last check of unemployment is like next week. So, yeah, money's going to start getting kind of scary here. So $5 is $5. So I'm going to have to hold off on that. Now, if I actually, you know, I'll have to go look at my Patreon. Last I looked, I didn't have anything. I wasn't making any money on there. But if I suddenly looks like people are, you know, starting to contribute, maybe I'll use some of that money. But otherwise, because, you know, it's streaming money. Any money I make from streaming goes back into streaming or into my products, which is part of what I do on that. So part of what I use that for. So,